If you're skinny fat, then you're probably stuck. And it's not because your workouts are bad or your diet's off, it's because you're playing the game of the least effective strategy. It's like playing FIFA on 2-button controls or Call of Duty with inverted settings. You're playing the game, but everything feels slow and harder than it should be. I know this because I was that guy for years, until I reprogrammed my mind and it made everything fall into place. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 practical perspective shifts to fix your mindset so your training, nutrition, and results finally click and skinny fat becomes a thing of the past. First off, we need to actually break the goal down, because fix skinny fat or get a six-pack is not a real goal. It's a vague statement, and it's like saying I want 10 million pounds. Like, what does that even mean? You can make 10 million pounds in about a million different ways. So we need to actually break the goal down so it makes sense and you've actually got something to work towards. Without a clear plan, you don't know where you're going, how long it's going to take, or what it takes to get there. So instead of saying I want abs, you need to actually say I want to get to 12% body fat while maintaining or building muscle within a 6-month time frame. Suddenly then your brain has something to aim at, and your training, food and habits can all start to align because you know the exact inputs that it's going to take to actually get to your goal. That's why I've made a 3 times a six-pack calculator. It gives you a clear estimated time frame on how long it's going to take you to get a six-pack based on your current measurements. So if you want that, then there's a link in the description. The second mindset shift that you need to make is actually a common problem that I see everyone make. And it's the fact that you're obsessed with results. You're obsessed with getting the girls, getting abs, what you look like in the mirror. But the guys that actually make real progress are those that are obsessed with the process and the inputs that they're putting in daily. You have to gamify fixing skinny fat, because this way it stimulates your brain and it gets addicted to making progress. You need to treat your workouts and your nutrition like a chance to level up and making progress towards your ultimate goal. You don't build a six-pack by constantly thinking about the future. You do it by thinking about the daily inputs that are going to get you there. You don't just automatically have the diamond camos on COD, do you? You have to actually go through the long process of getting the headshots, getting the bloodthirsties and doing the challenges, and then eventually you get to the diamond camo. And it's the exact same thing with fixing skinny fat. The third mindset shift that you need to make is that all or nothing thinking will kill your progress. If I messed up my diet today, I would just eat whatever I wanted for the rest of the day and think that I'll just start fresh Monday. Think about this in real life. If you got one flat tire, would you go around individually and stab the other tires and then you just have no car? Or like you spill a little bit of drink over you, so you go, oh, screw it, and then you just smash the glass on the floor. Like, you would obviously wouldn't do that. It just sounds ridiculous. So don't do the same thing with your dieting or your training. Like, if you miss one training session, what, you're just going to take the rest of the week off? No, you just go back and you do it tomorrow. Take it as one day missed and then go back tomorrow. It's literally as simple as that. So just don't get caught in the all or nothing trap. One off-plan meal isn't the problem, but just for having one off-plan meal, you go off of your diet for 3 days and don't train and make no progress, that's the problem. You need to stop aiming for perfection and actually just stay consistent, because that's how you build momentum. One off day is going to do nothing, but 3 in a row, that's going to make a massive difference. And it's easier to stay consistent if you've got a clear time frame, which again is why I made a times six-pack calculator, so you can grab that below. The fourth mindset shift that you need to make is to eradicate all decision fatigue. This is basically where the more choices you make in a day, the more mentally drained you get. And that's basically things from like, what should I eat? When should I train? Is this workout optimal? Should I bulk or cut? All of these little questions that are going on in your brain, they're going to eat away at your focus, and eventually you're just going to do nothing because it's too overwhelming and you just can't be bothered. It's like your brain's running 97 Google Chrome tabs all at once. Like, obviously your laptop's going to be slow, and that's the same way your brain operates as well. So the solution is just to pre-decide everything. Have a complete strategy so you've got no questions and no hesitations on what you're doing. So set your workout days, plan your meals, track your lifts, stick to one plan and not do like loads of 5 random 10-minute ab circuits, because we all know that they don't work. Less mental clutter is basically going to mean more gains. So build a structure and a strategy which ties into your lifestyle, and then just stick to it and stay consistent, not perfect, like we mentioned in the previous step. The fifth mindset shift that you need to make is that fixing skinny fat is a skill, and you're going to have major setbacks until eventually you get good and you can just operate on autopilot. So you need to really keep this in mind, because it's similar to like coding, playing the piano, playing the guitar, learning Italian. It's all going to be the same. You're not going to be fluent at Italian. You're not going to be some prodigy at the guitar, are you? You're not going to be a prodigy at piano when you start playing it. Like, coding just doesn't even make any sense to you if you've got no background in it. And it's going to be the same thing with fixing skinny fat. You're not going to be amazing straight away. You're going to be awful at first. You're going to miss meals. You're going to overtrain. You're going to overeat. You're going to undereat. You're going to undertrain. You're not going to understand what you're doing. Obviously, you can watch videos like this to learn a bit more, but you're going to have to go through the process of trial and error. Every mistake that you make is going to teach you something, and every time you come back, you're going to get better. You need to understand that most people aren't born in great shape. They've worked at it for years. You look at someone like Ronaldo, Mayweather, they don't come out of the womb, these amazing athletes just ready to conquer the world. No, they've been like, Mayweather's probably been boxing like 5 hours a day since he was like 6. Same with Ronaldo. He's been out on the streets playing football for years before he's even got to the Premier League. It's going to be the same thing with fixing skinny fat. If you then dedicate the next 10 years of your life to fixing skinny fat, getting in shape, learning about nutrition, obviously you're going to have a six-pack. Obviously you're going to have fixed skinny fat. So you've got to be willing to be bad at first to then eventually get good. And the good thing for you is that skinny fat, it will not take you 20 years like it took Ronaldo to get to the Premier League. And you'll know that if you grab the time six-pack calculator down below, it's going to tell you the exact time frame it's going to take you to get a six-pack from being skinny fat. Having the mindset in place is much needed, but after you've locked in your mindset, your training and nutrition, you might even still be left with love handles. So watch this video next, because I'm going to break down the exact way to fix love handles for good and how to finally fix skinny fat once and for all.